Going back into the Isleweaver update today, I recently found out that apparently, so when I was first playing it, when we had that bug where when you had to like find the fragments and sometimes the game would be bugged and then none of the fragments spawned. Me and the squad I was with at the time were just running around collecting those little lore fragment tile things, or at least ones that we could find. We actually came across a body at the very top of the um, tower, which at the time I didn't pay much attention to. I didn't really try. I know I remember taking screenshots of it, but I actually didn't try. I didn't actually identify what the body was. But as I found out recently, it's actually Lloyd's body. So yeah, I will pre-warn that I obviously if you're wanting to find this stuff yourselves, feel free. I'm going to be posting this on YouTube on my YouTube account after either today or tomorrow. Feel free to use the video to locate where the bodies are, but I will be reading what those laws that are with the bodies are. So obviously, if you come and join in on the stream and you want to read the law for yourself, you just want to see where the bodies are, just mute me and obviously mute the stream and don't look at it for probably about I don't know how long the law fragments are for, but so maybe about a minute. That way you should be able to skip over all or at least the majority of the lore because I'll be reading it out once I find them. But apparently there is also two more bodies that I didn't realize. One in the same tower, one somewhere else that isn't in that tower area. So let's get started. I'm gonna wait until we actually reach those two bodies to tell you who they are in case just leave as a little bit of a surprise. So let's start heading in. Also, a quick trick I found out because I only found this out. I actually can't even remember. Sometime last week. Um, so I found out that apparently, so you buy this chair from Minerva, and I feel bad I can't remember Frost's name. I actually need to remember what his name was because it's actually going to bug me now. Yes, I still have Arthur. Oh yeah, Velemir. So from Minerva and Velemir, you can buy these. I think they're I actually can't remember anymore. I think they're like 3K standing each, potentially. No 100% sure though. Because we were chatting in chat about Wally, Man in the Wall, the Indifference. A lot of people call him Wally for when he appears in like the Orbiter and the Drifter camp. I was actually, I was a bit disappointed. I love the back rooms, obviously because I use it as my main base of operations. But I really was often tempted to return to either the Drifter camp or the Orbiter so that to potentially get the chances of Wally to spot. Though that didn't really happen. It doesn't really happen often. I found out, thankfully, from someone mentioning in the chat that this. Let me hop into decoration to show the name of it. Normal office chair. See what the if it comes with any description. I'm working on buying quite a few. Just an ordinary office chair, that is all. This will actually I haven't had it happen yet, but apparently this will bring Wally to occasionally spawn on the chair in the back rooms. So I finally get to see Wally again. Unfortunately, it's not a object that you can walk on like these ones, which would be nice to just vibe in the chair. But I'm still planning on trying to figure out where I want to put them. And the 5 others that I've currently bought. I don't need 6 chairs, but I want more chances to find Wally. But yeah, so let's head into it to the Isleweaver. Just check what I have. Yeah, a pretty good setup actually. I didn't even check. I was just being like, yeah. So I was a bit late on getting my phone to actually work as well. So I just trying to bring the chat up. I was a bit more organized with my phone. I just didn't click on the stream too, so that I could actually show what was happening. Okay. What options do we have again for? I kind of want to do Nyx because I'm curious if she would react to the bodies, but also I haven't really used Chroma in a while. My favorite boy. Well, not my favorite boy, obviously, because Umbra is my main, but but like, I will not lie, the skin they made for Nyx is amazing. Just trying to figure out whether I would need efficiency or not. I haven't really tried this build out. I kind of do want to give it a try, given that like, as much as I love the spectral scream, it's such a. I really hope they do something to make it more effective because it's like it suits the dragon theme, but I honestly I rarely see Chroma in any plays outside of the occasional Prophet Taker or Eidolon. But you I don't think I've ever seen a Chrome actually running around with this ability, which is very disappointing because it's a dragon themed ability, but it just isn't worth it. Isn't worth it to use. So obviously, terrify. Yeah, they were. But yeah, Nick Skin, they did such a good job on it. As I'm sure a lot of people are. I've seen a lot of people hyping up the Wisps, the new Wisp proto-frame. Got no doubt going to be a lot of chatter when the skin eventually releases. But the Harrow one is actually really nicely done as well. Although I was surprised to see them do a Harrow proto-frame, given like, I understand it wasn't Rel's ability. It wasn't Rel didn't make the Warframe himself. He just put himself into the consciousness of it. Is that the portal making the noise? Okay, it is the portal. I was wondering. But yeah, I was genuinely surprised to see that they were going to make a real one. Yeah, well, I'll get through the ones that aren't the missions that aren't at the tower, and then we'll go to the. Oh, is this a sniper? I haven't really looked at the Warframe at the creator weapons. Pretty much just grabbed them. Ooh, the lag. Oh, jeez. I really hope the lag won't be a permanent thing on the stream. That'll be very entertaining. Since when did they? Okay, I haven't really been fighting these guys much. I didn't realize they could nullify. Where is it? That's only to clear one spot. Go now. Need my energy. Usually only have the subjective spawn when I have like Zaku or someone with the AoE, like Protea. So I've never realized that they can nullify, which is a bit annoying now that I have no energy. Yeah, I suppose. Oh, hello. I love these things, and the fact that you can just constantly interact with them. Adorable. This one was annoying at one point because they had it in such an angle that it took so many circles around the maps to get it because it was in that much of an angle that it would only work when and just before it would tick over is when it would disappear. It was great fun. I don't want to go. But yeah, obviously we have one here. I do also want to take the time to look for the other fragments as well. Two here, and okay. I just love to watch them go fly. I'm trying to figure out. I haven't really looked into this weapon. It's meant to be like a sniper. I'm actually really curious to see where they are gonna go with this storyline, though. Be quite like, is she gonna? Is the Indifference now just permanently in Deviri, or is it gonna return to 1999? Okay. Okay, so we'll head to Void first since he's the. Actually, no, we'll do this one first, and then that way it's just Araxia and the final Deviri. God damn it. I always get confused if it's this back to this one. Okay, it is. Ooh, I will not say no to that. Hey, Spider. Okay, let's head to Lloyd. So pretty much, base of the tower, head directly up. I'm out of energy. Pretty sure it's on top of this one. I wasn't full climbing. Never mind. Okay, very top then. Here we go. So yeah, I wasn't paying much attention to the face and realizing that it's Lloyd. The person that I'm pretty sure the game is setting up to become almost like a father figure. If you've seen the reveal for the next update regarding the old war, we have Lloyd acting like a father figure in one of those scenes. So if you don't want to read the lore, if you want to wait until you find the body and read the lore yourself, obviously mute the chat. Um, just about a minute for, I don't know how long the lore is, and then we'll continue. Sprawled on the ground lay a pathetic figure. It was clearly dead, but seemed as if it might start whining again at any moment. The Queen of Deviri laughed. I had such a beautiful ending planned for that one, but he saved me the effort. How? Demanded the orphan. He died of a broken heart, waiting for a man who would never come back. A man who was secretly glad to be rid of his whining, clinging presence. But love, the orphan cried, feeling their last hope shrivel and die within them. Surely the power of love. The queen rested her splendid claw on the orphan's shoulder. A look that might have been pity crossed her face. The forefathers of your forefathers looked into the shining heart of an atom, scribbled their clever equations, and ripped it apart. Did they spare a thought for the age-old love between proton and neutron? Or did they only think of the bountiful energy that they could harvest? So it's interesting to see that because this could be a trick by the Indifference. Remove away. So this could be a trick by the Indifference. This could actually be a glimpse into the actual future. We can't tell. We don't know if this is like a future glimpse of something that's going to happen that the Indifference is setting up for and planning for, or if this is just a trick by the Indifference to toy with us. So that's Lloyd. I really hope he doesn't die because he's actually a nice. He look like I know in the Walls of the Indifference I was really annoyed at him being like, "Oh, you're a child. Where were you when all this war stuff happened?" It's just like that part annoyed me when he was just sleeping in his cradle. But I've grown to like him, I think. So I really hope he isn't dead. Another thing while we're on the topic here is this was really cool to find out. Pretty much right, this will always be here. Just gonna get smashed. Causing my headset to constantly have the sound disconnect from because I had OBS up before this was to so I had everything set up ready for the stream and my headset randomly disconnected while I was listening to music. So I think it's something to do with OBS or something. I don't know. Or maybe my laptop just can't really handle the streaming. But yeah, like it's a little place for a little bit of loot. But the main thing is we have this little statue. So she gave herself her own little throne covered in webs, and that was pretty much just energy. Nice. Would be interesting if this actually is anything significant, but I guess we'll find out. Hopefully. So yeah, from memory, I'm pretty sure there's no fragments here. Possibly, if I can get up this wall. So you have like little walkways. I can't remember how many little fragments there are. I haven't collected all of them. I need to, like, that's probably going to be my aim throughout the stream to try and collect some of the ones I haven't found, and then also show the ones that I do know the location of. But we'll head on to the next body. So yeah, we'll go back to Lloyd. So this is the one that I know the location of. The other two are rough guesses of where they possibly are. But I'm pretty sure the next one will be this corner here. Right down. And there's a little crevice here, I'm pretty sure. Wait, here we go. I'm going to look away. So this will be where the next body is. In case people don't want to know who it is, I'll keep turned away for a little bit. So you pretty much from Lloyd to the far right corner of that platform. So very little overhanging part. It's not very clear on the map, but roundabout there would probably be where Lloyd was. Go to the very far right. It's not separated on the map itself, but it actually is technically separated from the map. It's just connected probably at the base, which is why it's not showing as a separate thing. And then go to the pretty much as far off towards the map. So say we're on there facing towards the island, and then you'll find pretty much just float down with right aim until you find it, slam into it. If you don't want to know who this next body is, obviously mute the chat right now. Well, actually, first, obviously don't look at the stream, and mute the chat, mute the stream, because I will be saying who it is and also reading out their lore. So we have Minerva, the mother of Nessie. I know for a fact that that is actually going to drive me insane. I don't even have anything running other than OBS and Warframe. So yeah, this is Minerva. So obviously at this point you've played the war within the new war. You know that Teshin after this is now like a blue hologram thing, except for Indifference, to show you that he's now dead in the operator's time. So I know for a fact that Minerva and Lloyd and Minerva aren't in this appearance state of. So this is where I'm being like, this is very likely just a trick from the Indifference, but it could also be the Indifference knows what's going to happen. It's their plan, and it may not be something we can prevent. So this may be like a little hint of what the future is planned for if the Indifference gets their way. But here we have Minerva. The woman was clearly dead. The orphan thought at first that she was just another of the dead Deviri people. But she wore no mask, and her body had the usual dull human symmetry and proportions. What killed her? The orphan asked. I did, of course, answered the Queen of Deviri. Why? Why not? A strange idea came into the orphan's mind. The Queen knew at once that the glory was at work within them, just as it worked within her, but she held her peace. She was your mother, wasn't she? As much of a mother as I ever had, the Queen said. The glory quickly swallowed down the human weakness that rose in her like bile. She would be so proud. So why? The Queen shrugged. Maybe I wanted to find out what it feels like to kill your parents. You kids made it look like fun. Ugh. Fun, echoed the orphan hollowly. Baby spiders always eat the mother, said the Queen with an exquisite grin. They need to. They wouldn't get strong otherwise. One day you'll learn the lesson, kiddo. I don't want to read too much into this, but I kind of wondering who the orphan is. Is this like is this ourselves and we've just had our memories erased of this moment because we don't remember like the old war. Sorry, the old war. What we've seen of it so far is obvious clues of we don't. If that is ourselves that are friends with the sentient, we don't remember. Is the orphan us or like meant to be some other operator, some other tenor that was on the ship and the Indifference did their deal with them but decided to like, I don't know, look after them? The thing is, this is, as I was saying, this is like memories that didn't happen. However, the fact is, I'm just pretty much turning my own conversation around of the fact that Minerva and Lloyd are still alive. So I feel like the orphan isn't us, but like this could be the Indifference trying to imprint the idea of this is going to happen or this has happened, trying to imprint it into our mind, trying to make us believe that, I don't know, trying to make their point. So that was Minerva. Pretty sure that we don't have any lore fragments around this area. Not 100% sure though. Ooh, something down here. Eee. Wee. Oh no, this is just a normal spot. Oh, hey, spiders. Pretty sure there's no little fragments down here. So I'll quickly do the Araxia, leaves the final Deviri, and then we'll find the final body. It's a ball. Whee! I didn't even get a chance. Hello. I hate this part though, the bloody energy wrap. I found a good spot where I was playing Stalker for a bit, and I was just like hanging off the wall. But obviously the spiders now knock you off the wall. Let me shoot, god damn it. Out. They explode now. Lovely. I think they've always exploded, I'm just never this close to them. Hey! The way she just the movement as she walks towards you. I didn't even need to click on that. Okay, time to try and find the third body. Third one is the one I'm least certain of. I found Lois purely by accident when we were stuck in that glitch and just wandering around and examining the tower. This one, however, I'm not 100% sure on, so I may have to do a little bit of walking around. But from memory, it wasn't part of the main island. It was still on one of the. It was on one of these, but I can't remember which one. Where's north on this map? No clue. Oh, hello. Okay, we'll just start over here. There's another towards the bottom one. Obviously, got to look for a ledge. Oh, was that it? Nope, I'm just seeing stuff. I'd quickly head up to here. Pretty sure it's not the one over there, but I could be wrong. Or it could be that one. pretty much just stressful. Oh no. That was. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hey. So the very far. So when you're facing the thing, very far one to the right. It's an annoying little ledge that's underneath, pretty much almost all the way to the bottom. Again, I'm going to turn away so you don't, in case you don't want to know what the body is until you go and find it yourself. Given how long it took me to read the last one, probably 2 minutes, and mute the chat if you do not want to know what the body is or know the lore fragment and want to find out yourself. So turning around, and we will see for those who want to watch. Although it's probably already presumed since we had Minerva as the other one that Velimir would be the next one. He just staring at you. Do the eyes move? Nope. That would have been pretty creepy if the eyes moved. But yeah, we have the father of Nessie. Oh, I'll quickly get rid of the map. The adults turned on us. Did you do that? The parents turned on you. The Queen corrected them graciously, prompted by the glory that enveloped her. The rest of the adults were spared, at first. The orphan snarled up at her. You can't bear it, can you? Anything good, anything wholesome, even the bond between a parent and child, you corrupt it all. Oh, you think so? The Queen led the orphan to the lonely remains of a human male. The orphan felt an instinctive pang of sorrow. This cold meat had been a father once, no doubt about it. The glory filled the Queen and she spoke. No parent ever really believes they did a good enough job, especially this lump. Every bad choice their kids make is a judgment on them. Their love holds them to a standard they can't meet. Stop. I don't corrupt their love. I don't have to. It was broken when I found it. Stop. The Queen took a deep nostalgic drag on her Ephevin inhaler, lungs that were no longer lungs spasmed in austere delight. The same crack runs through everything, kiddo, she explained. You want to deny it. That's on you. This is where, like, I want to believe that it's very confusing because they're making it sound like the orphan is us, but this is obviously it can't be us unless we've somehow they've blanked our memory of this event or like all the future, all the chaos of being from the future. This is what happens. It's very uncertain. Like the indifference is up to something. It's causing chaos here, but it's not really doing anything currently. It's just I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's very interesting because I really want to know. I really hope we get an update soon of what the indifference is going to do. But if the trip to the old, I was trying to figure out what that whisper was. That trip to the old, if the trip to the old war is the next update, it's kind of a bit confusing to have all this build up. We have 1999. No, first, Whisper in the Walls deals with the indifference. 1999, also dealing with the indifference through Nessie. Um, the Lotus Eater about the indifference. Then we have this Isleweaver update about the indifference and Nessie in Deviri. So that's a bit confusing of why are we going to the old war? Is this designed to go to the past? Is this meant to be linked to this? Because we've had 2, 3, 4, at least 4 quests in a row that have been 4 quests slash updates in a row that have been focused around the indifference. But then we have the old war. So either the old war thing is meant to be just like a break in between to not run dry of the story or not to run through the story too quickly. Because obviously the story is likely going to end at some point. Maybe they're wanting to drag it out to find out what the end results are. Oh, I forgot to. I need to remember to go in the spawn room at the end of this to show where 2 more of the lore fragments are. But is this old war release going to be linked somehow to the Indifference? Because why is the Lotus trying to make us go into the past and go into those, try and identify those memories? Is this to try and figure out the deal? But if it was about the deal, wouldn't it be going onto the Zariman to know what happened there rather than going all the way back to that past? So I feel like maybe it's not going to, but there's a chance it could. Also, I love the work they've done. This looks so cool. Okay, pretty sure there's nothing else around here. Pretty sure there's no lore fragments down here. Pretty much, there's so many lore fragments, and I'm generally not 100% sure where all of them are. I need to start collecting them. Because I want to complete it. I'm curious to see if there will be anything that happens as a result of this. Like, is it just say, ta-da, you've collected them all, or is there going to actually be a story? Like, if something happens. Pretty sure there's at least one on here. But yeah, the fact is, we have, for those not wanting to know what the last two bodies are, please quickly please quickly mute the stream. But we have Lloyd, we have the two parents of Nessie, who's currently either being controlled by the Indifference, or the Indifference is just making themselves look like her, and how they make themselves look like the operator or as the drifter. We then have Lloyd as our father figure, who looks like he's going into the role of a father figure. Lotus is the mother figure and has been talking about how she has the urge to give us to him, to the Indifference. Like, that's a bit confusing that we see the parents die, but then one of the potential father figures is also amongst the bodies. Sorry, that probably should have moved my mic away. But yeah, I'm fairly certain there is at least one of the fragments on here. I just can't remember if it was this pillar or not. Be also very helpful. I don't know if they make noises when you're near one, because I don't really pay attention to that. So maybe not on this one. We'll see if there's anything on this one. Pretty sure there is. So I know there was one in this general. There was some on this side and some on the other side. Or maybe it was a summer chord. Good thing I was going slow, because I probably would have just walked myself off the map just then. Yeah, I'm so confused. I know that. I swear there's one on this. This is where Wukong would be a lot more handier. Because then you don't have the risk of being like, oh, if I don't be too careful, I'll throw myself off. Okay, I'm so confused. I swear there was one on here. Apparently not. My bad. I'm gonna be very confused if there's not one on this one. Might have to save trying to find all these for another stream then. Maybe next week's stream. Try and find them. Make it easier. Oh, yep, there we go. Put one there. Curious though if there's any ledges on this one. Oh no, not able to climb up on that one. Hey, I'm gonna run out of energy. Oh, nice, just made it. Yeah, we got one here. Check if there's any ones. Oh, nearly jumped too far. But yeah, I should probably start doing some Soulframe streams. I haven't played the game in a while. I finally got the wolf ability. Absolutely such a good game. Highly recommend joining. I'm pretty sure it's the Discord that they'll do releases of the codes for invite codes. Definitely highly recommend joining it for for the chances to get one. Pretty sure there's no creepers on this one. Ooh, ooh. Nearly. Looking at my toes. You know, I'm pretty sure this one doesn't have any crests underneath. Just those ones to hide the bodies. I do this way too often. Just sort of the constant overbalancing. What? No. Well, I guess it's a browse moment. Is there one down there? Oh, there's another one there. Please tell me I'm not the only one that was just hearing giggling happening just then. Going insane, I'm hearing voices. Oh, nice. Don't even have to bother to go down there to have a look at to break the loop. Okay, doesn't have any here. It's a bit strange. Well, I thought there was one on this side. Okay, never mind. Apparently there's not. Be squished down here. Well, I might have to try and locate the others. Try and so that next week I can point, either next week or next fortnight, point out the locations of all the little fragments. As a draft. That nearly didn't end well. Okay. Well, let's finish this off, and I'll show you where the third fragment in the Deviri waiting area is, and where the fragments are in the final boss fight. Straight, ooh, straight to the small island here. Yeah, void fled. Most favorite one to do solo. Fairly certain they don't spawn in these maps. Would be nice if they did. Yeah, it would be interesting if they did do something to rework. I don't know, because like it's not like it's significantly makes chroma bad. It's just like it's not a very useful ability. It's dragon themed, which is fantastic, but unless you like running around uh, like this, when you can't use your weapons. Oh no! Oh, you can still melee. Okay, sweet. I didn't realize you could still melee. I know that his augment for it allows him to use weapons, but I can't remember what the the minuses of it are, of allowing that. Because obviously every augment that does something usually has a way, like, to allow something, like Mesa movement, being able to move her forth. She has less movement than if she... I keep treating it like a sniper rifle and just not holding it the mouse button down. Ooh, that stuff just actually no, yeah. Why not? Okay, as long as it doesn't instantly start, hopefully. Okay, so instantly as you spawn in, go to the left to... Pretty sure... No, this one. To the one with the hands, and you'll have a fragment up here. I don't know if there's... I only know 2 fragment locations and 1 summer cord location here, so if there are more in this map area, I have been very blind when searching. So we have that one there. Roll over here to the summer cord. This little ledge thing here. Drop down here, and you have the summer cord. Then the second fragment is... Oh, I always forget where the second fragment is. Choosing this fashion with the wings has not been very helpful when trying to... Why is my melee set? It's probably why it wasn't very helpful, because his melee was set for some reason. Oh, I actually cannot remember where the other fragment is. There is meant to be a second one here. But I can't find... How can I not find this? Oh, well, now I know there's 3. There's 3 here at least. So I have 4, 8, 12, 15, and I have, I think, 10 of them. So I need another 5. I'd actually have a quick walk around and have a look-see. I'd have a more thorough look at this map. Like, I know there is another one, because before that one, I know that of two that I'd found. Did I see something? At least they have like a little green dot that's meant to make them more visible. But obviously, once you've found them, they're no longer visible, which is fantastic. Very helpful. I'm trying to point them out. I know it was on a ledge area and it was beside it. This is actually annoying me that I've lost this one. I always point it. It's one that I've repeatedly pinged for others, but I can't find it this time. Unless no, they don't change. The spawns aren't random. They're always it. Hey, here. I'm just blind as all hell. So pretty much the opposite side to where you spawn, which is around that area, and just behind the ledge. Let's have a quiz and see if there's any others that I've missed now that I'm not. Because a lot of the time, you might end up in squads with people who have already collected them or aren't interested in collecting them, which then comes in that they'll rush the fight. Just ignore the fact that I missed that 2 times. And under defeat, or on the head, or shield. Whee! The game's just like, hurry up. You know, I might save this for next week to try and discover where the rest of the lore fragments are. But after this fight, I'll go into the spawn room and show you where 2 of the others are. They're just like roaming parts of the rock, just bashing me with it. Now see how quickly I die now that it's just solely focused. If I can stop forgetting that this can... I don't have to, like... This is what I hate. I always don't hold the mouse button down on this because I keep thinking it's a sniper just because of the headshot damage, which it probably is a sniper. But eh, they're just fighting each other. Oh yeah, I forgot that I have the effigy out. I was being like, why are they fighting each other? I think I don't want to get hit by that. Yeah, jumping right in front of me. Smart choice. Nice. I've already opened it. What do you mean? Sad that they don't have the Oh, hello. Yeah. Oh, hello. But yeah, the others they'll be spawned around this map area as well. It's not just going to be restricted to the sand desert. I'm actually curious if there's anything up here. Oh, I was about to be like, called it! It's just a vent. I'm kind of a bit sad. Yeah, there is growling. Oh shit. Language. Not by it. That is pretty good. Like how the Dominus Rex is just like, I hate you, but as soon as there's a threat, oh, we're best buddies, it's our kingdom. We need to defend our kingdom and our people. We were friends once, we could be friends again. Oh, here we go. Nice. Here's another one. That leaves me 4. Nice. Well, I'm glad I missed the portal then. Yeah, that was my intent to purposely miss the portal. Be cool if there was like a way to get inside the tower. Here. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll save this for the next stream. Keeps wandering. Sound makes me think as to whether that's meant to suggest that there is something nearby. Okay, no, it's just random. See if there's anything down here. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to shoot you, mate. Freeze? Oh, there might be ones. Could be. Good little resource run. Okay, well. think we'll leave. I'll actually leave the ones that spawn in the starting room, as we'll do that as part of the next stream. Yeah. Yeah, that was the Isleweaver Z in the chair. Where's my chair gone? I really want to see him soon. But yeah, that was the stream for today. So either next week or in a fortnight, I will do a stream to find the remaining lore fragments and point out the ones that I've already found for everyone else that is wanting to know where they are. But yeah, until next time, we shall see you on the next stream. The YouTube channel, but ideally by the end of the week, if not then over the weekend. Absolutely would love to have seen the comments, discussions on what people think is the plan for the Indifference, what game is going. Love to hear what people's thoughts are. But until then, I shall see you next time.